Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is Anita White with Love Your Art, and we are excited again to have you with us. If you haven't done so, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and please just join in all the fun that we're having here, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about our channel and the art that we do here. We're going to be getting started today, and I have before you a 18 by 24 inch canvas, and I'm going to be using black and white, which is the Artist Loft Acrylic Flow black and white. This is the white. I've actually taken the same bottle, which is black, and put it in a container, and I'm going to be doing a black and white split. And so I want to have black at this part of the top area, and on the base area, on this area, I'm going to have black. So I'm going to get started with the black first, and then I'll lay the white on top. We have already taped and leveled the canvas, which is really, really important to do because you want to always ensure that your canvas is level as you are preparing to put paint on it. You want it to flow evenly, and more importantly, you want it to dry evenly. So I'm wearing gloves, as you can see, because we have a dark color, and it gets a little messy sometimes when you have black, a little difficult to get out of your nails. And so I've taken the liberty of trying to help support my nails and hands by wearing gloves to keep the black out. We have some colors today that I'm going to be using that I'm kind of excited about. Haven't used the color combination to these colors together, I should say, but I'm excited about seeing what will happen. This has 1 million air bubbles because I just shook the bottle up before I started here, so we're going to have to definitely do a lot of popping of the air bubbles here. But for now, that looks pretty good as far as laying out the black. And we're going to wipe this off and start with the white. Okay, so put this aside for now and see what we can get with white coming in. And we want to pour this all the way around. Sometimes I will use the blow dryer to help lay the base colors down. Sometimes I do this ahead of time in advance to just get on with the video, depending on what I'm doing. And sometimes people like to see the whole process, and so we kind of do it back and forth. There are people who are learning the Dutch pour process or technique, and they're all at different levels, and so this may be elementary for some people, and that's wonderful, but for others it may be beneficial, so we want to try to mix it up sometimes. And I'm going to take and smooth all this out, checking and making sure we've covered all the edges. Okay, it looks pretty good. You want to get paint where all over the canvas, where we can ensure that it will be able to flow as we desire. So with that, let's wipe off this spatula and take to blowing out some of these colors. I'm blowing out some of these bubbles with the torch before we lay down our colors. So here we have our torch. And while we're torching, we always look to see if we can find any little debris and get it out so that it's not a problem to what we are trying to do with our design. And it looks like we have something here, not really sure. Sometimes dried paint that gets into the bottle, especially if the paint's been sitting a while, and this particular black has been sitting a while. So, just looking to make sure everything looks pretty spotless. And then we can introduce our colors. You also want to look for high and low areas because that also is important in terms of getting your paint to flow evenly and things to look smooth when they dry. I am, like I said, trying some new colors today. And I say new colors, they're not actually new colors, they're just a new combination of colors. I'm not completely certain which ones I'm going to go with, except I will introduce what I think I'm going to be using as we go. And if I choose to change my mind, I'll do so. So to get started, the first color is Hooker Green by Liquitex Basics. It's a beautiful, beautiful green color, and I just have found it to be very, very rich and vibrant when it is in the paintings. I'm also starting with this Liquitex Basics. This is Cadmium Red Deep Hue. It too is a phenomenal color. On top of that, I'm going to go with Liquitex Basics Naphthol Crimson. It's a red color as well. Looks kind of Christmassy on here so far. It really isn't the look I'm going for, but we have the Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet, another beautiful color, and I'm just excited about being able to use it. In fact, I want to use a little bit more since it is the only purple color I'm using. Then I have, I want to do a little drizzle of black and white, which are the base colors that we laid down. This is the black, Artist Loft Floetrol black, and this is the white. Okay. Then we have, looks like I'm going to be using all these colors. The Artist Loft Old Gold. And Pebeo Studio Copper Iridescent. Along with Artist Loft Copper. A lot of paint down here, and we're going to see what happens. But before we do that, we have to torch. See, we have these things sliding a little bit here. I want to torch air bubbles on the layering colors. And we're going to see what we can do with getting a design. I'm thinking I want to try to blow this way, maybe a little to the center, and then that way. We'll just take our time and see where we want to go. So let's try it out now. On high. Just a little twist it, straighten my cord out a little bit more first. Absolutely beautiful. I want to make sure, well, I love what we have in this corner here. I want to take some of this little area out here. So let's grab the spatula. There's nothing really wrong with it, but I want it to just be completely negative space here. And it has some of the iridescent copper in there. So I want to just take and swipe a little bit of that out because I'm loving the way this looks. And we'll add a little bit more of the black. Had quite a bit of, ooh, that's definitely a lot of paint. Okay. As you notice, I was blowing some of the black and the white off because I think I have quite a bit of paint on here and I don't want the design to move. I want to limit its movement, and by doing the removal of some of that paint, it helps it to dry and come to rest a lot quicker. This is so pretty. Okay, so here we have a few air bubbles that we want to pop, and I'm really apprehensive a little bit about using the blow dryer to, torch, but I need to use it here for these air bubbles. If there's few air bubbles in here, there, and over here. Beautiful, just gorgeous. Now let's see, I'm going to take really quick and just wipe some of the paint in the colored areas. We want to get this to stand still as quick as possible, so these edges here I want to capture just as quick as possible. So this can come to a rest. There. These colors are just amazing together. I'm really glad that I chose and selected each of these to be a part of this combination. I'm just checking everything out to ensure that it's looking like I think it should look, and we'll bring you in to see what you think as well. Let's take off the gloves for now. And we'll bring the camera in so you can see how this looks down below. And here we go. Okay. Here we have that last section that I blew. You can see those beautiful colors, and the cells are amazing. All that copper along with the blue violet. There's that hooker green and the cadmium red, all of that. I love the way the white has merged inside and created some lacing there, giving this a nice full look. You can see all of the colors, they all just kind of come together very nicely. Again, at the top here, you can see that hooker green just finding its way up along with that beautiful permanent blue violet. Lovely combination. All of these colors have really just blended nicely together. A beautiful, beautiful canvas. I am so pleased with this. You look closely, you can see that iridescent copper glistening all throughout. Look at that. It's just beautiful. And look at those gorgeous cells. Amazing. I love that copper on top of that red. It is so pretty. This is, again, a 18 by 24 inch canvas, and it is simply beautiful. It is a black and white split, and I think that it accomplished what I was attempting to do. In fact, it exceeded my expectations because, as I said, I really wasn't certain what this color combination would do, but I think it did justice to this black and white split. It is amazing how these colors came together, and I'm really pleased. This piece is available if you're interested. You can email me at anitawhiteloveyourart@gmail.com. And again, if you haven't done so, we encourage you to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this particular painting, and leave any suggestions that you have for future pieces or color combinations that you like to see. Again, this is a 18 by 24, and it is a black and white split. And I will list all the colors in the description box below, so you'll have an opportunity to review them if you missed anything. But as you can see, this came out very nicely. Very pleased with it. So, that's it, guys. Until next time, keep loving your art. Have a great day. We'll see ya. Bye.